Ziegler here with Vitality Health Coaching. Today I want to share with you my top easy, uber successful favorite tips for breaking the big binge cycle once and for all. It is time to stop packing on the pounds while mindlessly eating and scarfing down crazy portions of foods that we don't really even want that much of. We just find ourselves doing it anyway. If you're a binge person, you know what I mean. That temptation kicks in, that little urge, and before you know it, you've got spoon in hand, you're going all out, scarfing it down in record time. You may be thinking that you're really enjoying it, you may be beating yourself up, you may not be thinking at all. Before you know it, the spoon's hitting the bottom of the carton and you're thinking, did I seriously just sit here and eat an entire carton of Ben & Jerry's all by myself in one sitting? Yes, I did. And then starts the negative downward spiral. Why did you do that? Now I feel sick and gross and fat and tired and blah and depressed and beating myself up for scarfing all this food down, which if you're anything like me, that always made me want to start over. Like that makes any sense. It doesn't, but it is a habit and it's a negative cycle and it's time to break it. And you can do it. If I can do it with very little willpower and very little self-control and a big binging habit, you can do this, I promise. So here's my top 3 favorite tips for breaking the big binge cycle. So we're gonna stop packing on the pounds through this binge and start really loving up our bodies, okay? So step number 1, when you feel that urge and you feel that temptation and you're on your way, the freezer's open, you're reaching for the ice cream, stop, wait. You're like, seriously? Big tip is wait? Yes, 8 deep breaths to be exact. Stop, wait, and breathe. 8 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't do anything else. Just take that few seconds to breathe and break that connection from the moment when you say, I'm hungry, to the moment you're binging out. Just take 8 deep breaths. That's it. Nothing else. Just breathe. Okay? So, after you've slowed yourself down and stopped, if you are still having that binge craving, step number 2 is to have some healthier alternatives that are just as yummy. That last part is key, right? Because we always say, well, I'll have some vegetable sticks and I'll snack on those when I'm hungry. But if you've got ice cream in the freezer and you've got celery sticks in the refrigerator and you're wanting ice cream, chances are you're not going to be satisfied snacking on some celery sticks. So you want to create some healthy alternatives that are just as yummy. If you're a sweet person, use stevia in your desserts instead of sugar. That's a good tip for a replacement, and it's a natural herb. It doesn't have all the yucky negative effects of sugar. So you want to use that in moderation, just like everything else, but it's a great replacement if you're a sweet person. If you're a salty person and you like salty, crunchy snacks, learn something like how to make kale chips. Oh my gosh, they are just as good as potato chips, and it's one of the healthiest foods on the planet. So create some healthy alternatives that you find just as yummy. If you don't do that, want to take the time to do that, you're not at that stage where that's what you really want to do is learn how to cook healthy alternatives, at least measure out what you are getting. Don't take the whole carton, put some in a bowl and walk away. Don't take the whole bag, put some in a bowl and walk away. It's super important to set those boundaries for yourself because typically we're not going to stop if we're holding the whole carton or the whole bag. So at least measure some out and then just walk away from the source, okay? So step number 3, so important, is to eat with awareness. We don't do this. We eat on the run, we eat in front of the TV, we eat while we're on the phone, we eat while we're on Facebook, we eat in the car. This is the most important tip I can give you, is to eat with awareness. When you're eating, do nothing else but eat. Eat consciously and be aware. And I don't mean beat yourself up while you're eating the bowl of ice cream. No negative judgment here, just awareness. And a really important question to ask yourself, am I hungry? I know that sounds so simple, and it is, but many times we're not hungry when we're binging out. We're just trying to fill something else. So ask yourself, am I hungry? Listen to your body and say yes or no. If you're not hungry, what are you? Tired? Go to sleep. Lonely? Call a friend. Bored? do something else really fun, because the ice cream, the cookies, and the cake aren't going to help you with any of those things. They're just going to make you feel sick, going to have a lot of negative effects on your body, and it's going to keep you stuck in your weight loss goals. Okay, so that's my top 3 tips for today. Use them and you will have success, I promise. They say it takes 21 days to create a habit, which is not very long. So take a few extra minutes to incorporate these changes in your binge cycle and you will break the habit, I promise. Until next time, see you later.